Hey everyone, I'm trying for the 19th time to do a quick update video. Today is 3 weeks post-op. I had my surgery February 25th, 2019. I started my journey, I started the program August 23rd, 2018. My highest weight was recorded, I think it was 2 weeks prior to that, which was 248, and this morning I weighed in at 202. So I'm pleased with 46 pounds. I'm still, the body dysmorphia is very real. I don't see it, but I also look at myself every day, and since I've gained weight, I try not to look at myself every day, but I look at pictures and I don't see much of a difference. My husband actually told me how he can feel a difference in my legs, like when he puts his hand on my legs. So that's encouraging. I have been cleared for pureed foods. So I've been cooking 1 egg with cheese to try and supplement my protein. I've had tuna. Tuna takes me a really, really long time to eat, but I've noticed the slower I eat, like the longer between bites that I take, I can usually get, not to try and abuse the system, but if I take longer between bites, I can usually get like 6 or 8 bites in instead of 4. So I try to keep that in mind. Quesadillas, well, tortillas are on my approved list. So I did have part of a quesadilla over the weekend. What I didn't eat, I made my husband eat. So, but he's got the appetite of a T-Rex. He can he can eat so much. Yeah, another NSV that I just recently thought about is how my knees don't hurt anymore, and it's such a blessing. It truly is like a godsend. There would be nights that I would just sit down and I wouldn't want to get back up because my knees would hurt so badly. And I know it's because of my weight. I know I'm not naive by any means in that sense. I know that I wasn't hard on my body when I was in high school. I didn't play any sports in college, so I know it was my weight. So to have lost 46 pounds has been very wonderful on my knees. I do look forward to losing more weight. I'm just in my own time. I've always been like that, and it's usually slow. I was born 2 weeks late, and it was, but once I decided it was my time, there was no stopping me. So I'm still determined. I'm very determined. I'm very much trying to follow all of the guidelines, all of the rules, and if I even think about stepping out of line, my husband is right there, and he's like, you need to go slow, you need to take fewer bites. He's very encouraging. He just wants me to do well because he knows how badly I wanted this. So, and I love him dearly. He's been wonderful. And a topic that's come up a lot in a couple of the Facebook groups that I'm on is constipation. And I cannot say it enough. I tried the Miralax. I was taking that every day, and it wasn't doing anything for me. The thing that has worked, milk with magnesia. So don't be afraid to take it. If there is a little bit of fear, take 30 instead of 60. The 60 is the full medicine cup. The 30 is half. I mean, I take 30 just because with my stomach being so much smaller, I don't want to fill up on milk with magnesia. I need to be able to get my liquids in, my fluids. So, but that seems to work really well for me. So I definitely, my one piece of advice is definitely have some milk of magnesia at home after surgery, just so that you can take it when things start to slow down, when things aren't moving, because it makes a world of difference. It really does. I would absolutely, without blinking an eye, tell people take milk of magnesia. So that's how I feel on that. I mean, I know everyone's different. By no means is my word set in stone. It's, do what works best for you. And for me, it's the milk of magnesia. I have noticed that I'm starting to get cold a lot more often, which I knew was going to happen. I mean, by no means was I naive in that either, but it's gotten to the point where my toes are always cold. I actually have to wear 2 pairs of socks, excuse me, because my toes just don't warm up. And I'll sit in my recliner and with my electric blanket on, and unless I have 2 pairs of socks on, my toes are still cold. So excuse me. So I've really gotten into layering. I generally wear a long sleeve shirt with a short sleeve shirt now. My jeans are baggy enough to where I can wear leggings underneath them, so I usually do that as well, just because I'm getting cold. I'd rather have too many layers than not enough, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I took an hour-long walk with my parents yesterday, and I completely overdid it. 110%. I hurt so much last night, and I was cleared to go back to work part-time, and I hurt so much at work. I texted my husband, and I was like, once I'm done, I'm coming home and going to bed. I just want to lay down. I hurt so bad. And God love my husband. He was like, I'm gonna eat early so that I can get in bed with you. Once you get home, I'll get in bed with you. And I mean, it didn't take long for him to fall asleep, but I understand, working midnight shift, it's graveyard shift. It's not the easiest by any means. I pray for him to get on day shift soon. It's hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah, I've been struggling with getting my protein in. I've been struggling with getting my fluids in, but I'm trying the best that I can. I've noticed that I'm able to take 2 to 3 small sips at once. So I try to do that every 15 minutes. Just so that, I mean, if it's not 15 minutes, then 20 to 25 minutes. Just so that I do reach my fluid intake of 64 ounces. I mean, I have my 8 ounces of vitamins that I take, and then everything else. So what, 56 ounces? The remaining 56 ounces I have to get through fluids. I still have 1 protein shake a day, which my surgeon said he wants me completely done, or very close to done, with protein shakes by the time I see him next month, which it's very overwhelming to think that, I'm going to go from full liquids to not full liquids in a month. But I was so overwhelmed with trying to get all the liquids in when I first got home from the hospital, and I ended up doing okay with it, that I know I'll adjust to getting more food in to supplement my protein. I think that's about it. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with 46 pounds. in 7 months. It's not been easy by any means. I definitely needed this, just because I know I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. It wouldn't have been realistic for me to continue on the diet that I was on, which, I mean, I was having a salad every day for lunch, and how boring does that get? You know, I've obviously cut out pizza, because that's a big no-no, but I mean, if I didn't have the surgery, I know I would have gone back to having pizza. That's one of my big downfalls. So, slow and steady, and I'm trying, hoping to feel well enough to get back on my treadmill. Not necessarily for a really long time, but maybe 10-15 minutes, as opposed to going for an hour-long walk, and not super fast. I felt bad for my parents. The longer we walked, the slower I got, and because it's a path we take all the time, and normally it takes 40 minutes, 45, but with me and being slow, it just took so much longer. But they were awesome about it. I mean, my parents are amazing. I'm so blessed to have them. I really am. And my husband, I'm so blessed. I wish there was a way for me to tell them. I mean, they know, I've told them, but like, there's just so much more that I feel that I would love to be able to show them, I guess. So, but yeah, any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me at rollingtorny@gmail.com, or message the thread. That works too. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.